Well, I'm afraid that your cat suffers from something that we vets don't have a name for. Hello and welcome to another edition of the Stench of Truth. As promised, I'm going to talk about HR 1959 and the recent news that Joseph Lieberman has made a request of Google and YouTube to have them pull videos that depict and or promote violence or any of the other myriad things that are included in HR 1959, which is the so-called homegrown terrorism bill. What is shocking about this is that apparently Google and YouTube are actually listening to him. One must remember that HR 1959 has not been passed into law. It did pass the House of Representatives and apparently was ignored for a long time and not noticed by any activists. But when it did pass the House, it passed into limbo and finally did come to the attention of a lot of people, and a lot of opposition was expressed against it. It has not been voted on in the Senate as of yet, so I suggest that anybody who has not done so, contact your senators and tell them that you absolutely, adamantly fucking oppose HR 1959 if it should come before the Senate for vote. Now, this bill has not become a law yet, and yet Google and YouTube are being asked to voluntarily comply with the fucking bill that's not even a law yet. And apparently they are doing so. I do not know to what extent this is going as of right now, but it is certainly apparent that Joseph Lieberman, who is bosom buddies with John McLAME candidate, one of our wonderful options for President of the United States, is certainly pushing for Google to adopt these standards now. Now, one of the things that is included in HR 1959 is any opposition to the government is now considered terrorism. Can you imagine such a thing? Whenever we were having the Revolutionary War, every single person who expressed opposition to King George and the taxation and whatever the other grievances were that they brought up against the current administration, they were all terrorists according to this bill, and they could all be shut down, shut up, and locked up. And apparently, with rendition happening, it can be locked up without any charges being filed, put away, filed away, and stamped secret. No one would be the wiser, and no one would be allowed to know anything about it. This is something that has to be stopped. So I urge all of you who make videos, who want to have your voice heard, and who want to express opposition to this current fucking administration, that you get out and you do so now. Flood YouTube and every other place where videos, where audio, where blogs, whatever are posted, and do so now. Express your opposition in the strongest way possible. Let them know that there are a lot of people out here who are not going to stand for censorship and an abridgment of our free speech. You know, I already think it's bullshit whenever you go to an event, a political rally, or whatever it is that you're trying to express your opinion about, that we have these so-called free speech zones. What the fuck is that? You should be allowed to speak freely wherever you are. You shouldn't be shuffled off to a block away cordoned off into a fucking chained off section to be able to speak your piece. Free speech is fucking free speech. Period. I believe it's an undeniable, inalienable right. You are free to say whatever you want. Anytime, anywhere, anyhow. Now, if what you say causes some harm to somebody, directly causes harm to somebody, then you're liable to civil and criminal activities brought against you, I believe. This is the way I look at it. From a libertarian perspective, I believe in absolute and complete free speech. You can say whatever you want. As long as someone can turn you off, not listen to you, walk away, whatever, if they don't agree with you, or have the ability to say that they disagree with you, then you're not breaking any laws as far as I'm concerned. And HR 1959 and other laws to this effect are just seeking to abridge your rights even further. And have not our rights been taken away from us too much already with the fucking administration that we have in now? And we're going to have this on top of it? I won't stand for it, and I hope you won't stand for it either. Thank you. Good night.